Welcome back once again. The River State political crisis is in another level. As we speak, what is happening to Wike is something he cannot even apprehend. Now, a lot of protesters has actually hit the streets, blocking government roads, stating, chanting that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should do the needful by, signing the sack of Wike, because what is happening in FCT is getting beyond measures. I'm going to be playing the video for you to see the chants, the declaration, and the reasons at which these protesters decided to hit the streets. These are FCT workers, residents, indigenes who are actually not happy with what Wike is doing in FCT in relation to the crisis in River State, stating clearly that you are the FCT minister, instead of you to face your duty, instead of you to actually do the needful and provide the dividends of democracy to the masses as enshrined in the constitution, you are being appointed as the FCT minister, you are there leaving your work in FCT, going over to River State and want to unseat similar Fubara through your House of Assembly members who are loyal to you. I'm going to play the video for you to hear clearly how these protesters chanted and actually called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do the needful. Sincerely speaking, a lot of politicians and a lot of well-respected meaning leaders are actually called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu that if he does not actually caution Wike and things gets beyond hands, he will have himself to be blamed come 2027, because Wike is the only politician who is in PDP, who is in APC, dining and whining with the PDP, dining and whining with the APC, and is a clear indication that what he did to the PDP, he's actually planning on portraying it to the APC. If not for the fact that they want to resist him, that you cannot, unseat an APC governor. I'm going to be showing you everything in details and everything you need to know. But before I do that, listen attentively to the videos I'm going to be playing here for you to understand and see the reasons at which a lot of persons have frowned towards this crisis, because it's at the end, the masses are actually the ones seeing the backlog of all the crisis. Watch and we'll come back. We'll continue.
Well, Charles, I think you answered the question somewhat by yourself when you did the introduction and said that Governor Sigñ Fubara's pivot to the APC over 3 weeks ago has kind of threatened the calculus of power in River State. In the past 2 weeks or so, the FCT minister, Wike, has been going from local government area to another local government area, threatening the government of River State, even insulting the leadership structures of the APC. At some point, he even accused some senior leaders in the Tinubu administration of going to River State to literally accept, take money or the bribes also from the River State government. So what I think is happening is that the defection of the governor has obviously threatened the original leverage, that the Wike camp had over the governor, and they are finding a way to look for a way of asserting what they thought might be, a threat to their leverage. But the regret, Charles, is that it is the state ultimately that suffers from this kind of instability. Wike has been a complete pestilence on River State. I served in his administration as Commissioner for Information, as you know. I resigned precisely because of this, his propensity for chaos, for instability, and reducing government to a personality cult, more or less. And I'm so disappointed that this propensity has now crystallized to a stage where the state is now held by the jugular by this kind of a person who thinks that he will be political godfather over the rest of River State. But what I think is going to happen in this final phase of the struggle is that Rivers people are ultimately going to resist and defeat this tendency to want to privatize the state, to want to capture the state for his own personal aggrandizement. Governor Fubara has been an excellent administrator, I have to say. He's spending money, building people's capacity, lifting communities out of poverty, money you would have expected that he would have diverted to political godfathers are now being spent in critical sectors such as education, where he's completely transforming the sector, in health, where almost all the tertiary healthcare systems are revived. 122 primary healthcare centers spread across the 23 local government areas. There is a total transformation happening on a sector by sector basis, and this has endeared the governor to the people of the state. Now, there is a strong likelihood that he may be seeking a second term to expand his legacy and to consolidate his achievements for the benefit of all. And this will mean that there is going to be, a reduction of Nyesom Wike's influence. So what you see as an impeachment move is an attempt to try to reassert what it considered to be their leverage against the governor.
Welcome back once again. You've seen exactly what is happening and the grievances at which this set of persons have actually hit the streets. Nyesom Wike's, tribulation in Rivers State is getting beyond measures, and these are the reasons at which the FCT workers, looking at what is happening in Rivers State, looking at the fact that instead of Nyesom Wike to probably come out to their needs, they actually sued them. They decided to hit the street. Now listen attentively to the video of what they stated, and when we come back, we'll continue.
APC! APC! Wickedness! Wickedness! Wickedness!
Welcome back once again. You've seen exactly and how these protesters decided to hit the streets, stating clearly that Wike must go. As a matter of fact, they expressed their grievances, and you've actually seen what is happening in FCT. This is Nyesom Wike not concluding what he has to do to bring the dividends of democracy to the people in FCT, but yet he is there now and then making sure that the similar Fubara is being impeached. Sincerely speaking, he should settle the grievances he have with FCTA workers, instead of just opposing and talking about how similar Fubara will be impeached. And as a matter of fact, Rivers State politicians and actually respected persons have started sending clear message to Nyesom Wike. As you could see, Fubara's impeachment, Rivers can exist without Wike. And Q Briggs, a Rivers State political stakeholder, and Q Briggs has said that the state can effectively exist without the Federal Minister of Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike. Briggs made this statement on Thursday while fielding questions in an interview on Politics Day in a program in Channels Television. She stated she was speaking on the political tension in the state, where the State Assembly initiated impeachment proceedings against Governor Similayo Fubara and his deputy Ngozi Odu. What is it? He keeps talking about an agreement. What is the agreement? Do you know the agreement that Nyesom Wike is shouting about? Agreement, agreement. Everybody is shouting agreement, agreement. The lawmakers are shouting. His supporters are shouting. No Wike, no Rivers State. You can't say that. How can you say that without one man, Wike, a state will not exist? Where is that political? And where is it acceptable? Well, it may be acceptable anywhere else, but I don't think such is acceptable by the people of Rivers State. All I do know is that the majority of Rivers people are in support of Governor Similayo Fubara. This is actually this woman sending this message to Nyesom Wike. His support is organic, and therefore, if today he finds himself, for whatever reason, he has decided as the governor of Rivers State to move the APC to survive as a governor, the organic support he has is fully behind him. I may not be a member of APC, but I am a daughter of Rivers State, and when it comes to the elections in Rivers State, I know whom I'm going to vote for. It will depend on what the person is offering and the circumstances. This is exactly what she stated, and this is exactly what is happening in Rivers State. I decided to bring this to your view, seeing these protesters chanting, stating that Nyesom Wike should be sacked, following the fact that he does not want to settle the grievances and the needs of the FCDA workers. Yet he's over there with his allies and House of Assembly members looking for a way to impeach Similayo Fubara. React on the comment section. What is your take on all this thing that I've discussed here? Don't forget to share, like, and also hit the subscribe button. Express your concern and your view, your opinion, and your points and your critics in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.